This month marks 1 year since I left everything, sold all my belongings, and left the East Coast of North Carolina and started hitting the road and traveling across the United States all the way to the West Coast. 1 year, 17 states, 60 years old. And I just wanted to share a little bit with you about what I've learned, what it has meant to me, the hardest part, the most beautiful part, the most exciting parts of this journey. So sit back, get yourself a glass of tea or glass of wine, and let's chat. 1 year ago, I left my entire life behind. My home, my routine, the comfort of everything that was familiar. And I moved into a tiny home on wheels, my Airstream Basecamp, and started traveling the country alone. This month marks 1 year living as a nomad. And I want to share the truth about what this year has looked like for me. Why did I do it? Why did I do it? I did it because I always dreamed of having an Airstream, a vintage Airstream, a vintage RV, towing it across the country, experiencing all that the country has, and meeting all kinds of people, and just sharing all kinds of experiences that I had never experienced before. I turned 60 in October, and I knew that if I didn't do it before 60, I might never do it. I don't know if you've seen the movie Here, and she's sitting around her birthday cake, and she turns 50, and she's talking about all the things that she never did, and how she doesn't want to be like that anymore. She wants to do something with her life. I did something with my life. I totally related to that, and that really spurred me on. Just type in Here on YouTube, movie trailer, and you'll find it. So one of the hardest parts about doing this whole thing was just the fear. There was so much fear. I felt stuck. I was living in a little beach bungalow at the time. I'd sold my house, and I was living there full-time on an island, something I always thought I wanted to do, but found out I really didn't want to do that at all. I just wanted something different. I dreamed of the freedom of the open road. I dreamed of doing something really big. And I didn't think I was going to cry during this thing. So this is really raw and gritty, and I don't do any editing over here, okay? So if you're following along, you're getting a vlog. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be from the heart. It's going to be authentic. It's going to be real. It's not going to be rehearsed or scripted. Yeah, I have a few little notes here so I don't forget about what I want to share. So what has been the hardest part of it all? I have really enjoyed almost every single moment of the road. There have been some times that I have felt lonely. Not anything drastic, because I love nature. I love being out in nature. I just love experiencing all of that, and just being still and sitting and listening to nature. I miss my kids and my grandkids. My kids and grandkids are on the East Coast. I'm in the West, and my other daughter is in Europe with her daughter and her husband. And yeah, I miss them greatly. Thankfully, I have FaceTime. Oh, thankfully I have that. But, and just the uncertainty, because I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. And so it's like, okay, so where am I going to go next? Where am I going to boondock? I love to boondock. I'm not a big RV park person. I have definitely camped in RV parks and campgrounds, because I know not everywhere in the United States has boondocking. But you just don't know. But I've learned to slow down and not worry and be so stressed about where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do next. Currently, I'm boondocking in the mountains, in the woods, and I've been here for 8 days, I think. And it's been really, really nice. So, yeah, the uncertainty probably is a little bit, challenging. Learning everything alone. I learned everything alone. A lot of people ask me, did you take any training courses to learn how to tow an RV? I'm like, nope. I bought it, and 15 minutes later, after going through some training of the RV, I got on the road and went to my first campground and backed that baby in all by myself. And I just learned. I learned by practice. I had to get on the highway the next day on a Friday afternoon and travel in traffic for 3 hours. I just did it. You have no clue how strong you are or how capable you are as a woman and a man until you do it. So now, what are some of the most beautiful parts? Okay. Some of the most beautiful parts are walking in nature. I just saw a bobcat out my door a few days ago. Beautiful bobcat, all kinds of birds. I've gone down the road, a dirt road, beautiful, beautiful sunset, hikes with waterfalls and mountain peaks. There's just so much freedom when you live this lifestyle. And if you can really focus in on that, then you won't have time to get lonely. Meeting people is another really beautiful thing. I've met so many wonderful people. I've actually caravanned with some people that I've met, which has been really fun and cool. And then personal growth. I've had so much personal growth. There have been times I have just been driving down the highway, towing my RV behind me, and just tears will flow out of my eyes because I'm so proud of myself that I'm doing what I'm doing. I never imagined I could do anything like this. And at 59 years old, I did it. And at 60, I'm still doing it. And I'm still learning, and I'm still just challenging myself on a continual basis. And that is one of the most beautiful things, is that personal growth that I have experienced. And then the courage that I didn't even know I had. The courage to boondock in a campground or boondock and you see absolutely nobody around you. It's you. And you're doing it all by yourself. And you're hoping and you're praying that nothing happens. But I really didn't dwell on that. I don't really dwell on that. Currently, I see a van and I see an RV out that way. They're out pretty far. They're not near me. But I feel really safe where I am. You have to learn to trust your gut and your intuition and just do what feels right. Now, yes, be prepared, whatever that means to you. I hang a wind chime on my door that was given to me in honor of my mother after she passed. If somebody's going to come in that door with that wind chime hanging there, they're going to be in trouble. I have a few other precautions too. So what were some of the biggest lessons I've learned so far? Fear keeps people small, okay? I looked fear in the face and said, not today. What are some of the biggest lessons that I have learned on this journey of being a nomad over the past year? A lot of lessons. I mean, just to learn how to tow, hitch, unhitch, all of the solar panels, all the things involved that I didn't even know what a power station was. I didn't know what a power station or generator was, or what stabilizers were, wattage, voltage. I didn't know what any of that stuff was, okay? I had to learn a lot. So yes, lots and lots of big lessons. But one big thing is fear keeps people small. Fear will hold you back from doing what you've always dreamed of doing. Fear of finances, fear of driving, fear of towing, fear of living out in nature, fear of boondocking out on the streets of San Francisco, fear of mooch stalking in someone's driveway and having no hookup, or boondocking for days and months with no hookup. Fear will keep you from doing all of that, and you don't know till you've tried it, okay? Another one is simplicity is powerful. Simple life. I live a very minimal life, and it is powerful. It is so empowering to be out here boondocking with those solar panels producing all of my needs with the sun. That's empowering, okay? That's really empowering. Conserving the water that you can make it last for several months. That's empowering. And I know this sounds crazy to some of you, but till you've done it, you have no clue. You're stronger than you think. I found out I'm way stronger than I think. Okay. I was not a mechanical woman at all. I've never changed the oil in my truck. I've never changed the oil in my previous vehicles. So yeah, then all of a sudden now I'm going to be towing and doing everything all on my own. I'm stronger than I think. You are stronger than you think. And then life does not end at 60. That's one of the biggest lessons. So many women think if I haven't done anything by 60, then there's no hope. I'll never be able to do anything. No, 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 no. I was 59, but I got big plans for 60, okay? This year, I got big plans for this year. I'm going to do some epic trips, going to go to some epic places, going to do some epic hikes. I'm not done. I'm just getting started at 60. So that's a huge lesson. Life does not end at 60. If there is something in your heart that's been calling you to do it, do it. Start researching, start planning, start purging, whatever it may be. The more you purge and the more you make your life simple, whatever that thing is you really want to do, it's going to be a lot easier to do it because you're not going to have so much baggage weighing you down. A lot of people get a storage unit and they store stuff forever. And then they go there to clean it out and they're like, why did I keep all this stuff? I did that the first time I made a big trip. I put stuff in a storage unit. And I like, why did I do that? I wasted so much money, $100 a month. So yeah, just start researching it. Get on YouTube. That's a great way to find out whatever you're looking into: van life, RV life, day trips, weekend trips, traveling, whatever it may be that you really want to do. Start researching it, okay? That's the first thing. And then start making a plan. I mean, I thought about this for years before I ever did it. I watched videos, and then 2 years before I started it, I sold my house. I purged. I had some family matters that came up, and that kind of slowed down the process. But in March 2025, I took the leap and I did it. So it helps to have a plan. It helps to research. It helps to be thinking about, what do I want to do? Do I want a van? Do I want an RV? Do I want a little Class C? What do I want to do with my life? And just start researching and planning it, okay? I started this life at almost 60. If I can do this, anybody can do this. And this past year has been one of the most alive years of my entire life. And I'm not going to cut this part out, okay? Because I want you to feel my emotion. I want you to feel my authenticity. Because I say this from the bottom of my heart. I have a weekly hangout with women, the Silver Mermaid Hangout. And I have a Zoom call, and I go through my story, and then I share questions that people have asked, and I share the answers. And we spend about an hour and a half together, and it's for women who are serious. I haven't opened it up to men yet, just women, but it's serious about their next chapter of life and what they want to do with their life. But if it's something you're interested in, just drop it in the comments, okay? And I can send you all the information. But if there is something you want to do with your life and you have dreamed of doing it, whether it means jumping out of a plane or riding a train across the United States, or getting in a van and just living in it full time, or an RV, or traveling more, do it. You can do it. We're not old at 50 and 60 or 70 or 80. I know many women. I met an 85-year-old woman who has been a full-time nomad traveling with her Class C RV for the past year and a half. She was awesome. She's writing a book. And she inspired me so much. So I'm going to leave it at this, okay? If you could completely change your life tomorrow, would you? Would you change your life tomorrow? And then this, what would you do? I want to leave that with you. And if you want to share it in the comments, you can. You don't have to. That's a personal question. I know that. But thank you for listening to me.